Hello, I'm Rob Westervelt, editor of Chemical Week, welcoming you to Chicago for the 2018 Global Plastics Summit. And I'm delighted to be joined by Willem Sundblad, who is founder and CEO of Oden Technologies. Willem, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Good. So Oden, what do you guys do?
So we help manufacturers eliminate waste in their production process. And we do that by collecting data from their production lines and different systems, getting that into one single source of truth, and then layer analytics on top of that. So it's everything from dashboards on how they're doing and why, down to statistical processing, machine learning, and artificial intelligence on how you can really solve quality failures, solve machine failures, and find the optimal way of processing the products. And then we're also launching control as part of that. So it's not just IoT, it's more of an intelligent industrial automation platform.
I mean, it seems like you're really at the intersection of digitization and sustainability, two critical issues across this industry.
Yep, correct.
Is that luck, or I mean, how is this? Have you seen an increased urgency or demand for your the kinds of services? How is it taking off?
Absolutely. I mean, when we started in 2014, in our heads, it was very obvious that this is how the future is going to look like, how the future of production system is going to look like. But we actually thought we were a little bit too early. Because at that point, Industry 4.0 hadn't taken off, and people were, kind of not really focused on big data technologies in manufacturing. But since 2016 and onwards, it's been a much kind of bigger hype around it. And also adoption is following that. We're still seeing that the adoption is really happening with the bigger companies. It's kind of $1 billion plus in revenue. They're the ones where these types of conversations about digitization, about Industry 4.0, they are happening at the executive level right now. And they're either in process of evaluating technologies, in the process of rolling it out, or at least in formulating what their roadmap looks like. The smaller companies, even though there's same value proposition for them, they are lagging a little bit behind.
And who are the typical customers? Is it the converters or?
In our case, I mean, the technology is fundamentally horizontal. You can apply this technology to any type of production system. Our focus has always been plastics manufacturing, and we started in plastic extrusion, but now expanded into injection molding and blow molding, so we're really trying to cover all the different end markets there. So automotive, packaging, medical, building products, wire and cable, those types of customers.
What type of benefit have customers seen?
We've actually seen quite significant benefits. There's actually surprising how much low-hanging fruit you can do in the beginning. We've had customers who've increased line speed upwards of 15% even within just the first month. And that's not even when it comes to advanced analytics. That just comes from eliminating variability in how operators are actually processing the products. We've had other customers who've had $1 million returns per production line on how to hone the recipe of how they're actually extruding their products.
And what's the commercial model like? Are you selling the service? Are you taking a percentage of the savings, or how does that work?
Yeah, no, we're not doing percentage of the savings. That usually ends up just being a fight.
Right.
No one really wants that. It's a software as a service model, so we deliver it as an end-to-end solution, and the price is based on pretty much the size of the deployment. So it's a little bit on machine types, but also how many of them and how long the contract is.
And over the last 3 or 4 years, what are the key learnings? What have you?
The key learnings are, it really comes down to there's no silver bullet really. There's no technology that's just automatically going to solve everything. It really comes down to the buy-in within the customers, and oftentimes comes down to the leadership. What we've seen is really successful is really narrowing it in on kind of pathfinder missions and pilots that can prove true ROI very quickly, even within the span of a quarter. Because then if you've got an organization where some people are on board with digital manufacturing and others aren't, you can quickly get everyone on the same side of the table when you prove the technology in both how it affects the workforce, so how much easier it is for the workforce to solve issues, which is huge value proposition when everyone's talking about workforce development and the skills gap, but also just the concrete dollars and dimes on the bottom line. So once you've proven that Pathfinder mission, and you usually want to do it in a factory that has what we call the skill and the will. So they're really, more data driven, and they're excited about adopting and testing new data technologies. once you've proven the capability and the ROI there, you can quickly take that as a recipe and scale it up within other factories.
Great. Willem, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Cheers.